Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're joining me today to explore our wonderful minds and bodies. I'd like to say we should be grateful for our ability to engage in this practice and our ability to improve our well-being at any time. The goal of this meditation is to get more familiar with our attention mechanism as well as the relationship between effort and ease in our body, and potentially notice this more readily throughout our day. So let us begin with a physiological sigh. 2 breaths followed by an exhale. These sighs are your number one tool in real time to help you relax. So let us do another for good measure. Now, let's hold the intention to stay awake during practice. Notice if you hold this intention with too much ease, you will fall asleep, but too much effort will cause stress. Also notice how before every action is an intention, so it's important to become familiar with them since they guide your life. I would also like you to come to this practice from a place of openness to experience, genuine interest and curiosity. Notice how this too is an intention. Now check in with your mind. If it seems like it's a mess, do not worry. This is expected. Right now, imagine physically moving your thoughts to the side. Quieting the mind is actually not the goal. However, it is quite useful at times. A bigger picture goal is acceptance of all experience. Now we will begin with our eyes open. Focus on something intently, as if you have to remember it within your visual field. Focus. Now widen and relax your field, potentially relaxing the muscles around your eyes. Try to take in the entirety of your room, or whatever you may be looking at. This soft gaze should just be aware of colors and objects. Notice the difference between the attentive, narrow view and this more broad view. Again, find something to catch your interest. Focus on it, but this time from a place of childlike wonder, as if it's the most interesting, fascinating thing you've seen in the last month. Notice the difference between using curious ease instead of effort. Again, now broaden your view, taking everything in your visual field. Imagine everything in your field to be made of the same thing, as if it's a 2D picture of a painted canvas or a movie screen. Notice the difference between narrow and broadening of the intention. Now gently close your eyes. We will shift to noticing sounds in your environment. Let them waft around you. Listen to anything and everything that is presented to you. Now, with searching intention, look for a sound and stay on to it. Maybe if a sound arises out of nowhere, perhaps spend time focusing on that. Now relax your effort and go back to listening to all the sounds that may come. Notice the difference once again between effort and ease. Now we will go to our sense of taste in our mouth. Now let's ensure that our tongue is in a good position, where the tip of the tongue is behind the top of the teeth and the rest of the tongue falls flat, soft in the bottom of your mouth. Now we will move on and come back to check in with our mental activity. Notice the busyness potentially of your mind. Is there a tendency to want to effort more and move faster from one aspect of this dialogue to the next? Notice the speed of your activity and give it free rein. No need to feel like you have to slow your thoughts or resist your thoughts. Listen to expectations and allow ease and acceptance. Register your mood and again, view it with no judgment. We have many emotions, happy, sad, agitated, and simply acknowledge them and reduce effort to how you're supposed to feel right now. Don't adopt any socially accepted mask for your emotion, and perhaps recall a time when you applied a lot of effort to hide your emotion. None of that here, just acceptance. Now open up your sensory field to all things in your awareness, whether this be mental activity, sounds, your body, whatever it may be. Now we are going to carry our attention through our physical body, moving through muscle groups, calling up a small amount of muscular effort, and then relaxing into ease. Let us begin by noticing our foreheads. Gently tighten into a small frown, and then soften and relax. Smooth the muscles of the forehead, and relax. Maybe imagine a band tightening around your head, or tighten your scalp, and then relax. Maybe you might notice some tension in your neck. This is a common place. Try to release and melt and relax any tension there. Your head may feel heavy if you're lying down, or perhaps light if you're sitting. Now bring your attention to your eyes and increase tension by closing them a little bit. Now soften and relax. Allow the eyeballs to sink into their socket. Again, with the muscles of facial expression, have a small frown around your mouth. And now let go and relax. Notice the difference between effort and ease. Now let's move to our shoulders. Drop them slightly down and away from your ears. Imagine a load pulling them down. Now let go and relax. Sense the ease and the melting around the head and neck area. Now call up some tension, muscle tension in your upper arm. And now release and relax. Now let us have a curling of our fingers. Bit of tightening, and now relax. Again, notice the difference. Now, for a more subtle object, make the intention to raise both your arms above your head, but do not do it. And now relax that intention. Okay, now we will move to our belly. Tighten for a moment, and then soften and relax. Perhaps notice the natural rhythm it has with your breath. Moving to our buttocks. Tense, and now relax and let go. Notice the effort and the ease that follows. Now with our thighs, contract, and now relax, as if the muscle is just hanging off the bone. And now to our lower leg, bring your toes towards your head. Notice the tightness and relax into ease. Again, form the intention to kick your legs, but do not do it. And then relax around that intention. Now imagine getting up from your position, standing up from your seated or lying position, but then relax. Do not do it. Notice the difference between relaxing and easing around intention, which is by nature includes effort. Now let's bring our whole body back into awareness. And I want you to experiment with imagining your whole body as to be very large, to be everything, very large. Now I want you to imagine your body being a tiny dot, the smallest thing you can imagine. This might not make sense, but now I want you to imagine your body being both very large and very small at the same time. Okay, and now we will follow our breath. Simply observe it. Do not try to control or manipulate it. Notice the in-breath and the out-breath. Now, we will jump in and apply a little bit of effort on the out-breath. We will breathe out a little bit harder and longer. However, drop that effort after the out-breath, keeping the in-breath the same. So out-breath effort, in-breath ease. Do this for a little bit. Okay, now we will switch and instead apply the effort on the in-breath. So breathe in with a little bit more effort and then breathe out normally, dropping all effort to ease. Do this for a little bit. Now let go of all effort. Simply observe your breath. Notice its relaxing nature. Tell yourself and imagine that you would be content simply following your breath for the rest of your life, or simply content to be in this moment for the rest of your life. Taking a step back, notice how this is just a fraction of a moment in the bigger picture of your day, of your week, of your month, and of your life. You have lots of time. You're just running around too fast to notice it. Take a breather and relax. I hope you guys enjoyed the session and came out with some interesting ideas related to your attention, effort, and ease. You may continue to follow your breath if you'd like after this. Thank you.